what would it profit? Ooh, profit a man to gain this world, lose his soul. No, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Yeah.
The fire is lit, here come the smoke. Bishop brother is on, here come the hope. On the real, oh yeah, that's on the real. With Bishop brother, no, they never quick to judge it. It's plenty covered, yeah, they talk about issues from their view. And they welcome all, they're not defined by their hue. Oh no, they're just speaking of their truth. Be sure to like and subscribe and tune in, you see the fire in their eyes.
Welcome back. Thanks for taking the time. It's On the Real with Bishop Brothers.
Yeah.
I'm Bishop John. It's my co-host, Bishop Aaron. And we got some things to talk about today.
Yeah, good stuff to talk about. Thanks for joining us on the podcast. We're getting Spotify or YouTube, how you listen to this. And you're going to hear this one real soon. Got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Some stuff to talk about.
We do.
To not really get off our chest because we've both had a little time to marinate on this situation a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say so.
For me, it gets worse.
Yeah.
you know how you marinate meat, it gets better. Yeah, but no, it's all good. But it's something we're gonna talk about because we believe in this situation we have to is our responsibility as citizens of the world and as veterans.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But before we get into it, if you could give us that like, that follow, that subscribe, leave your comments in the comment section. If you agree with us, and especially if you don't, we'd love to hear it.
This is a good one. This is a good one.
Yeah, we'd love to interact with you. So please leave that for us. So, a presidential candidate said some things that we need to talk about today. So, yeah.
Yeah. We want to frame it with number one, humility. We want to frame it with it's hard to say, but it's politics. But what we're going to discuss concerning the Medal of Honor and Presidential Medal of Freedom is not political for us.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, based on the words that we're going to, in this case, I want you to hear because I don't want anybody saying that we're trying to, manipulate words and things like this. It was a comment that was said. Well, I'm going to play it for you, let you hear it, and then we're just going to discuss it. It's like 34 seconds, so it's not long. I got it right here. So this is the former president, Republican candidate for President Donald Trump, making a statement about Medal of Honor winners, and Presidential Medal of Freedom. Let you hear it for yourself. Of course. Where's my sound? Okay. No sound.
I have to say, Miriam, I watched Sheldon sitting so proud in the White House when we gave Miriam the Presidential Medal of Freedom. That's the highest award you can get as a civilian. It's the equivalent of the Congressional Medal of Honor, but civilian version. It's actually much better because everyone gets the Congressional Medal of Honor. That's soldiers. They're either in very bad shape because they've been hit so many times by bullets or they're dead. She gets it, and she's a healthy, beautiful woman. So, and they're rated equal.
Yeah, lots to unpack there.
Yeah.
First thing that comes to my mind, the clapping. We've said this before. We're talking about politics. We want to talk about this. We want to talk about a church when someone goes off the rails in the pulpit. I'm not surprised by what people say. Mm-hmm. I'm not even surprised by the hand claps. I am hurt at the hand claps. Mm-hmm. Right? Like nobody even considered that might actually be offensive.
Yeah. Right?
That might actually hurt somebody. Now, truth in advertising, I didn't receive a Medal of Honor. You didn't receive a Medal of Honor. We both served 20-plus years in the military. We didn't receive those honors. However, it's shocking to me. Well, no, it's not shocking, I guess. I'm not I'm not really shocked anymore. I wish I could say I was shocked. But the problem I have here, at least initially, is the equivalency. This is equal to that. No, they're very different awards. Mm-hmm. That now, if we're talking about prestige, maybe, but they are very different awards awarded for very different things and awarded in very different ways. And we're going to talk about that here. But just my initial thoughts the first time I heard it was, man, this guy gets away with saying anything he wants, and people clap. To be fair, it wouldn't matter to me if Obama said this, Bush said this, Biden, Harris, Trump. It doesn't matter. It's disrespectful. Right. That was my first view of it, anyway.
You know, I was fortunately right now I'm retired, and Mr. Johnson got a job. I was bugging him at work when I first heard about it, because I was like, "Did you hear this? And did you see this?" And you know, I want to frame it like this. First of all, we're veterans. We've served, and Bishop G is not going to tell you, but you know, he is a Purple Heart recipient, which is extremely high, and we thank him for that. And again, we're not going to frame this as a political argument, and I'm not going to frame this as this against that, because that'll be getting into his situation. That's what he was trying to. This is equivalent and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But what can't be, what was so painful is for the families to hear about, you know, people just getting shot up and stuff like that. Trying to make it the lessening or the degeneration of somebody who have suffered.
So nonchalant.
About suffering. And I just want to, I want to bring this from a point of view. We're going to take our time this episode, because I want to just show people understand what the Medal of Honor is. And I'll pull this up. This is from the Medal of Honor website. The Medal of Honor is so revered that it's the only decoration specialty, not even a Purple Heart or Navy Cross or whatever, emblazoned on the headstones in Arlington Cemetery. So the Medal of Honor is the only citation that's emblazoned on the headstone. The Medal of Honor is so revered that when an active duty recipient, this is not from John's source and my source, this is not from political party source, please forget that. This is from the Medal of Honor military website, the Department of Defense. Whereas in the uniform, it is customary, though not technically required, for all officers, no matter the seniority, to initiate the salute. Mm-hmm. If you haven't been in the military, enlisted people salute officers. Junior officers salute higher officers. Yep. For a Medal of Honor winner, even though it says it's not technically required, but custom, we both understood this. Yep. If you see a Medal of Honor winner, I don't care if you're the brick, whatever you are, you salute them.
Yeah.
If a buck sergeant in uniform is wearing their Medal of Honor, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff will more than likely salute first. The Medal of Honor is so revered that the children of recipients are guaranteed a nomination to any service academy, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine. They still must complete final mission, but the incredibly difficult nomination process is entirely waived for the application. The Medal of Honor is so revered that recipients and their dependents are entitled to special military ID cards, privileges of commissaries, and priority on military air travel. The Medal of Honor is so revered that every state offers some degree of license plate for drivers who are recipients. The Medal of Honor is so revered that recipients receive an automatic special pension from the VA that is tacked on to any other pensions, tacked on, retired or medical. They may have adjusted for cost of living and regular. The Medal of Honor is so revered that all living recipients are entitled to an invitation to every, Mr. Trump, are entitled to an invitation for every presidential inauguration and inaugural ball. The Medal of Honor is so revered that the fragile, cowardly, well, that's another point, but that's what the Medal of Honor is. And so we're framing this, and I'm framing this not to be political. This is not about MAGA and who's trying to be president, Kamala Harris, Obama, Clinton. This is not about the Democrats, tigers and bears and all that kind of stuff. This is about a statement that a person made that can be the commander-in-chief again, because I already were once, saying how people who have suffered for this country award is less than anything. in my view, there is no greater honor in this country, and it's not even close. If I had a rating scale, Medal of Honor would be alone, and everything else would be distant pages back.
Right.
It's not even close.
It's a fact.
And so we're discussing from a point of view as a service person, saying, we must stand up for the people who have suffered and died, who can't speak for themselves, who gave a full measure of devotion. And it was just so blatantly out of touch.
Yeah.
That, it caused a visceral reaction to the point that we're going to talk about later, that one service organization made a statement, that a political organization made a statement, and they normally never do.
Yeah, especially when because that organization, very much like us, it's not about politics, right? In this particular instance, the person who said it happens to be a politician, right? And
could be the commander in chief,
and could very well
it's already been once. It could be again.
Yep. Could very well put this very medal around someone's neck in the future.
Right.
And the words said were just inappropriate. And then, of course, out of the woodwork come the defenders. And I want to talk how I want to frame it and talk about it is there are defenders of what Trump said, and then there's the middle. And we're going to talk. So first, we're going to talk about the defenders. Mm-hmm. I am not surprised that there is a contingent of people who, no matter what a presidential nominee says, be it Harris, Trump, Biden, whoever, they are going to defend that person no matter what. They are hook, line, and sinker, bought and sold and completely invested in that person, right? And all parties have that group of people, right? That extreme side of the party. My concern is the middle. My concern is people who hear this, but they think to themselves, yeah, I'm hearing what you're saying, and I don't agree with it, but I'm still willing to vote for you because I want these other agenda items pushed and carried. And morals have gone out the window. We're no longer morals isn't part of being president at this point, right? And to be fair, it hasn't been for a long time. Now people are just saying it with their whole chest in the public sphere. Right? But there are people who want proximity to power so bad and want their agenda pushed so bad that a presidential nominee, either side, it just happens to be the Republican candidate this time, can say whatever they want. And the people in the middle who maybe lean Democrat or lean Republican, in this case lean Republican, they're going to vote for him because they want this other stuff pushed through. They're single item voters. If you're anti-abortion, or if you want the Ten Commandments in schools, or wherever you sit on a smorgasbord of different political aspects, you're willing to just pretend that this didn't happen because you're not saying anything. That you have people that are coming to his defense. And then you have people who are standing up against it. And honestly, I'm surprised at the list of people who have actually stood up against it. A lot of these people typically sit in the middle and just let him say whatever he wants because they know if he gets in office, their political agenda is going to get through. So I am surprised at some of the people, but this is a problem for the middle. People who don't say nothing. Where are all the flag waving churches from the 4th of July? Remember the big 4th of July specials? Waving flags and in the middle of the sanctuary, which I don't agree with, but it's your church. Do what you want. They ain't got nothing to say. Everybody real quiet right now from the pulpit. But when this man almost got killed, thank God he didn't get killed. When this man almost got killed, they wouldn't shut up about how Ephesians 6:11 is the armor of God and it happened on June 11th and and Trump was protected. Where's this crowd now? They're silent because they sit in the middle. They're silent because there are other things that they want done, like Project 2025. And they're just being quiet because they know if they speak out against it, too many people speak out against this man might lose this election and they're not going to get what they want. And that's disheartening because as someone who served and been overseas and been in harm's way, it's disheartening to know that there are a group of people who could care less about the service member and would step over the dead body of a Medal of Honor recipient to get their political agenda through. And you call yourself Christian, but you don't really mean it. You call yourself moral, but you don't really mean it. And that's just disheartening.
Yeah, and I want to take it from this perspective. That's a great perspective. I want to take this from this perspective, and we're both Navy men. I want to talk about another Navy man who I watched this in real time, because this has become, with the elevation come out of here, this has become a historic election. Mm-hmm. Well, not long ago, there was another historic election, one between John McCain and Barack Obama. Mm-hmm. And I remember that election. I'm gonna play this. There was John McCain, a Navy man, love Navy man. We're fellow Navy, so I always had affection for John McCain. Was at an event, and this woman stood up. I can play. The woman stood up and called Barack Obama. He's a Muslim, the birth of rhythm. He's an Arab. He's not from the country. Mm-hmm. John McCain live said, no. We're not doing that. In the middle of his rally. Yep. We're not doing that. He's a good American. He's a good person. We disagree. Yep. But we're not gonna play his conspiracy theory stuff. He is an American citizen. He's a good man. He's a family man, and he went on. I never forget this historic night. Obviously, the election 2008 of Barack Obama. John McCain had to give his concession speech. Go watch it. It's like 4 minutes. Mm-hmm. Went out there. Him and Sarah Palin went out there, and he said he conceded, and people start booing. Obviously, they're upset. To win, right?
Sure.
But he said, no, we're not doing that. The people have spoken. We're going to come together, and we disagree, but we're going to support the president that the people have elected.
Yeah.
Period. He said they spoke, and they spoke unanimously. See, this is what, I know you're saying about this is what's middle. You can, in this instance, if this was either side, this has to be one side. Mm-hmm. I don't care what side you're on. Yeah. We have erased the line. Yeah. Look at John McCain showed us, as hard that election was, I have a line. Yes, I want to be president. Mm-hmm. I put myself on the line for this country. I was a POW for this country. I love this country. It's been proven by my record. Right. But I don't want to win it so bad to destroy the fabric of a democratic country. And so John McCain says, no, we're not doing this. Yeah. We're not calling people Arabs and Muslims. We're not stoking stuff. We're going to support this, and we're going to work together, and we're going to move on and move forward. Because he had a line. He had a place that I'm not going to cross. Mm-hmm. And we have allowed this situation to help people cross the line. I remember just a few weeks ago when thank God every day that this man was tempted and shot. And I don't want to hear these theories about, I don't get that nonsense. And I seen people from both sides, the other side, libertarian, saying, we thank God that the former president get killed.
Yeah.
The problem I have with this man particularly, and I'm not calling him this man, is you do not have that in you.
Yeah.
And that's dangerous. This is who we want to give to nuclear codes again. This is who we want to position again, because he has shown as a person. As a person, he does not have the ability in him to say, this is beyond. Think about it. You stood up there and said, and I remember John McCain's interview, and after his wife, Cindy McCain, mm-hmm. she said, he wasn't said because he had too much pride. He said, one of the things that really hurt John, she said, John, so bad, is when then candidate Donald Trump said, and he says what he says.
Yeah.
I ain't playing a political game, but you do what you want.
Google
he said
it.
what he says.
Google
he said that he don't honor John McCain serves in the Navy because he got captured and he was a prisoner. So I don't honor that. That's a loser to me. Mm-hmm. Because he got captured. And see, there is we have to understand, we can talk about the middle, that's fine. But I didn't look in my mirror, my own mirror. Because in the end, you got to point the thing at yourself. Mm-hmm. I say to myself is, I hope in my life that no matter what I'm trying to achieve, that I do have a line.
Yeah.
That I don't want to win so bad. that I don't want something so bad. See, this is not about the people. This is about the people, but this is more about, we have this. This is about character now, because now we're saying you don't even care to the point where you are using an award, just a simple award, to denigrate the sufferings of people. Imagine, see, man, you can sit there and talk all you want to. Imagine, because most of these awards are given posthumous. I cried because I felt so bad. As God, we got to understand this. We can say what we want. This is a national platform. Everybody's going to hear this. This ain't some, man, nobody's going to hear us.
Not at that level.
Come on. No, nowhere near. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? So a few people, but nobody, everybody's hearing you. They got to listen to this. So you can't just come out and say I still support Trump, whatever. But this point, nobody. You're on your own. You crossed the line. I'm demanding an apology to our troops. Period, point blank, in discussion. And go vote for him. Go support him in policies and issues, what we debate about. But you don't have no line. There is no, and again, I don't care who says, I don't care what suit, but the fact that this person has a history, we can't deny, of saying things like this.
Yeah, that's fact.
That's the problem I have. That's the problem I have with the country. Is there any more John McCain's to say, it's done? The people have decided. We're not gonna get personal. I have character. I want to win. I put my heart and soul in this. But move on. It's over. And this is to me about the country. This is where we're at a dangerous place where we've just erased all lines. Yeah. Church. Where is the church? I see y'all beat your arms saying we should pray for President Trump, and thank God, and we did. I did. We said on this program, as soon as we came on the air, that happened. We thank God that man, because I heard these foolish people talking about crazy stuff, and I still hear these crazy. Stop that nonsense. Yeah. You seen what happened? Yeah, I saw it. We thank God that man didn't get killed. Yeah. We thank God for that, and I'm thanking God again, because I have a line. No matter what I think about a person, I don't want them killed. No. You beat them. If you want to beat them, you do it the right way, the democratic way. And I want to say to the few Medal, I'm so feel bad for you. But let me tell you something. Nothing in this world can compare to your loved one getting the Medal of Honor. Period. Yeah. Point blank. In discussion for me, I don't care who gives it. I don't care what ceremony they do. Your sons, your daughter, your loved one sacrifice for this country is no equivalent to it. There's no ratings behind it. There's nothing close to it. They deserve our honor and respect until the end of time. And for me, I don't care whether you're in the middle or left, right. If you can't understand that, if you can't, then you look those families in the eye and tell them that. Because it's not about supporting a candidate. It's about supporting them and what they've done. So that's where I see it. And, you know, the other side of this, and it's something I thought about, it says a lot. It says a lot about any candidate when you understand how the Congressional Medal of Honor is awarded and you understand how the Presidential Medal of Freedom is awarded, right? The Congressional Medal of Honor is called such because it's awarded by Congress. Right? It's awarded by the people to a person that goes far above and beyond the call of duty, and rightfully so. The Presidential Medal of Freedom is awarded by the president. That's the president's award. Now, I'm sure there is a vetting process. I'm sure there are investigations. I'm sure they don't just hand out the Presidential Medal of Freedom. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying, though, is the Congressional Medal of Honor is approved by a sitting Congress of over 500 people, right? Presidential Medal of Freedom is decided on by, ultimately, is decided by one person, the President of the United States, whoever happens to be sitting there. To me, it says a lot about a person who says the medal that I give personally as the president is far more important than the medal that the people give to a person.
You can feel how you want about the Congressional Medal of Honor or the Presidential Medal of Freedom. The reality is, this is a person who just said, the award that I give is more important than the award the people give. And that plays right into this Christian nationalist handbook. These people, I'm reminded of 2 Samuel. These people want a king. They want a dictator, right?
A theocracy. Yeah.
They want a theocracy. And if you're a Christian nationalist, it makes sense that you would care way more about the Presidential Medal of Freedom than you would the Congressional Medal of Honor. And what kills me is, again, back to the middle, it's like y'all don't see that. It's like you're willing to forego that to get whatever piddly thing you're trying to get pushed through Congress through. And that is sickening that you guys don't see this. And most y'all sit in churches. You read 2 Samuel, or you read 2 Samuel. I don't know what you're reading. But, you know, I mean, you guys are being real biblical right now. Right? You want this king. And if you recall, Samuel was furious about this. He went to God and was like, hey, you should put them all to death. And what did God say? No, let them have it. Let them have it. Just realize that their sons are going to belong to him now. It's so sickening that something that should not be prophetic in this day and age, that wasn't meant to be a prophecy. And we're making it a prophecy. The Christians sitting in the pews. Y'all make me sick, man. I don't know what to tell you.
And to that is, I got a couple more. To that is, let's go back to Kaepernick. Now, y'all hypocrisy, y'all meaning this Christian, are really showing now. Y'all denigrated this man. Y'all called for this man's job. Y'all said, y'all meaning Christian, that this ain't place in the workplace. Y'all said that he's dishonoring the flag. Y'all said, watch out. You remember this. This is how we met on this. Y'all, he's dishonoring the troops.
Disrespecting the soldiers. Wow.
That's what y'all said.
Remember that?
To the point where this man got whitewalled, blackballed, and never played another down in the NFL since. I remember we met on this issue. This was Bishop Brothers. This is how we met. This is how we came to being, because we had differences of takes on it. And again, that's why this is not political. He did something that me or you would not have done.
That's fact.
But we said that he had a right to do it. As long as he's doing it peacefully. So we say the same thing about this. Mr. Trump has a right to say what he wants. He's a First Amendment right to say.
Yeah.
But he has a right we have a right to hold him accountable to what he say too.
It's a fact.
But now nobody wants to hold accountability, because that's not disrespecting the troops. That's disrespecting the highest of all troops. People who have suffered and died for this country, and a very few are living. Where the silence is deafening now. Y'all demanded him. He was dishonoring and disrespecting the troops because he kneeled and sat for the national anthem. And now this man openly blamed. Now the silence is deafening. See, you show your hypocrisy. Where's the line now? He's crossed the line. This is disrespectful. This country has given him the opportunity to be an NFL professional football player. He's got all kinds. This country has given this man the honor to be the commander-in-chief, to be the president of the United States. That's way higher than an NFL football player. Colin Kaepernick, the last I looked, no NFL football player has any authority of anybody's life but their own.
Yeah, fact. Sometimes not even their own.
It's no equivalency of the honor. This man has been honored to be the commander-in-chief for this country. That's a fact. And so, where is the outrage? Where is the troops now? Where is leveling the flag now? You're silent now, and that's why your hypocrisy is showing. And this is why we have the problem in the country, because nobody is consistent. There is no. It does not matter now. Like John McCain taught us, what is being said. It depends on who is saying it. So what's showing now is it ain't about the troops and loving the flag. It's who you perceive don't love the truth and love the flag. Then it's a problem. Because either you love the Kaepernick even went to a military person. This is on the record. The military person, I can't think of his name right now, and said, He was sitting at first, and then the military person told him it'll be more respectful to kneel. And then he went from sitting to kneeling. It's not the point of what I would do. That's not the point. The point is, y'all said.
Yep.
He was disrespecting the flag. Y'all said, is this not standing for the anthem? Y'all said he's disrespecting the truth.
Yeah.
Well, what is this?
But and Trump got a standing ovation when he said, "I'd kick that son of a bitch off the field."
Yeah.
Well,
fire him.
Okay.
Fire him on. They all should be fired.
Where's that energy now?
Yeah.
Where's that kick that son of a bitch off the field now? Where's that energy?
Yeah.
Where's the kick him out of the race energy?
Yeah.
Because he did worse than disrespect.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
be consistent.
This is the hypocrisy. This is why nobody listens to Christians. This is why.
Yes.
You want to know why your pews are emptying out and why we can't fill our churches anymore? Because people are tired of this double-minded, side of your mouth Christianity. Mm-hmm. This is what we do now. We say one thing and we do another. We say we love all God's people, but we'll let the immigrants starve to death. We say we love God's children, but we'll let the pastor abuse them from the pulpit. That's okay.
Yeah.
We say we love God's women, but we don't want them to speak in church, much less vote.
Right.
You say things, but you don't mean things. Mm-hmm. You're full of it. And I think all of you son of a bitches need to be kicked off the field.
Yeah.
It's just my opinion.
and here's my closure with this, because this is what my former students been asking me. Because they didn't want. Actually told me, and I started looking. I'm like, wow, I couldn't. So I always try to verify, right? Because people, kids are kids, and so I'm like, okay, why they say why they come at you? Why? I said, here's mine. And I want you to talk on this because you are the one who's academically trained this. See, here's the problem with the person. Forget the office, the person, because we meet Donald Trump, and based on the words he's saying. I'm not talking about no election. Just Donald Trump. He can't see in his mind. That's said it. He can't fathom. I put it like this: we come to God understanding that our belief system in Christianity is Jesus sacrificed his life, right, to save us, and therefore we have an opportunity for life because he died, he was killed, executed, and then he rose, right? So. I don't know about you. When I signed up in the military in 1985, I was signed up not to sacrifice my life. Yeah. I was signed up to get out. I took the oath, but then as I went along, I said to myself, and still believe right now, Bishop John, that this country. I'm serious right now. I'm about to. I still believe this country is worth dying for, if I had to.
Yeah.
Much as I love my wife and my kids and my family, don't want to die, but I still believe America is a place. I'm not gonna be shit talking America. Mm-hmm. I'm not, as much problem I'm not gonna be dogging America, because I still believe that this country that enslaved my ancestors, that they fought for freedom, that we fought for war, that women, that is still worth, because it's about an idea, it's about hope, it's about a promise.
Yeah. And
I still believe that if I had to, giving my life is worth for the next generation, my children, your children, our grandchildren can live with some hope that they can live in a country that can have the differences but still be productive, right?
Yeah.
I believe that. See, narcissism, a psychopath, he can't fathom, in his mind, he can't fathom. That's dying and losing, and they got killed and sacrificed. And this is hard because people are so immature, they're going to take it there.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to say it because it's trying to make a point. He can't fathom what Joe Biden did. There's no way on earth a Donald John Trump will give up his presidency because his party is telling him, dude, we love you, bro.
But you got to go.
But it ain't happening.
You got to go.
You're not getting the energy. You've done some good things. And then he didn't want to do it, but to accept it and then do it. Mm-hmm. Donald Trump does not have within him to do what a John McCain did and say, we're not going to talk about an election. Barack Obama won it. It's over. Let's move on. He can't, because losing to him, getting killed to him, sacrificing him is a loser. That's ugly. You don't do that. I always win. I'm always the best. When I give y'all best. So that's what I try to explain to my kids. It's not in him. That's narcissism. They're the savior. They're the only one that can solve the problem. They don't get captured. Right. They don't die. They don't lose. And people that do, we don't want to get those type of people. John McCain, he got shot down. He was a prisoner of war. He was eating roaches, and I'm trying to be real. He was eating rats. He ain't worth that. I'm a winner. I don't lose. I'm the best. Even if I do lose, it's rigged. Somebody stole it from me.
Somebody took it from me.
I'm not. And so he's a narcissist.
Yes.
And we have so many of those behind pulpits right now. Mm-hmm. I can sleep with your daughter. I can do this. Because I am the be all and end all. Because anything that I do is never bad. It's all good. I mean, nothing is never wrong with me. And when we allow a person to get away with denigrating our troops, I don't care where you at. You can still believe in you can still agree with him politically, but say,
sure,
this statement is wrong. Yep. I've been married 30-some years. Me and my wife and I agree. It's okay. It's something we still don't agree on. We still married. Yeah. It's okay. I don't get, what are you y'all are so scared about a project 2025 and all that kind of stuff that you can't but see, that's what kings kiss the ring. Mm-hmm. Full fealty.
Yep.
I do nothing wrong.
That's right.
I am perfect.
Yep.
You don't condemn me. You don't come against me. Nothing I do is wrong. Everything I do is wrong. I can say anything, do what I want to do. Mm-hmm. And this mentality has why we were raised on, but it's not. He don't have it within him.
Yeah. To
say he can't go to Arlington Cemetery because that makes him uncomfortable. Because these people died. They got killed. I don't want to disable people out here because they all, nobody wants to see, people walking with canes and wheelchairs and arms missing and legs. They don't. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Donald Trump. Yep. Anybody. Yes, I do. Because these are the people who want to have my freedom.
And furthermore, if you are making the decisions to send troops, you need to see that. Yeah. You need to see the consequences when you all make decisions.
Right.
You need to see the consequences of your actions. I firmly believe this. The reason the VA gets underfunded, the reason veterans get mistreated all over this country, is because it's much easier and cheaper to venerate us than it is to actually pay for the consequences of a country's actions, which you did. I didn't ask to go to Iraq. I didn't ask to go to Afghanistan. No. You sent me there. It's not like I joined the Navy and said, you know what I'd like to do today? Mm-hmm. I would like to go to Kandahar. That's what I want to do. Yeah. Nobody said that, right? But we did it because we said we would. And now it's your turn. You said you would, right? So that's all that. But there's an easy way to fix this, Bishop. There's an easy way for President Trump to fix this. It's very easy. All you got to do is apologize for what you said.
It's not within him.
He can't do it. He can't do it.
Tell us why he can't do it. Tell us why narcissism. You can explain technically.
A narcissist, someone who has narcissistic personality disorder, which I am a therapist, but I'm not his therapist, so I'm not saying he should be diagnosed with that. I'm just saying what the video and the audio would indicate to me. A narcissist can never be wrong, even when they are wrong. They can't be wrong because it would destroy their entire ego if they were wrong on something. So the difference would be, I've misspoke. I've misspoke and said the wrong verse, or I've gone back through a recording and I said something that was a little out of line with my theology,
or maybe said something in anger.
We've
absolutely.
All done it. Right. Yeah. And I've been called out on it. I've had an elder come up to me, hey brother, check this out. You did this. You said this. Right. I don't understand. You know what? I messed up.
Right.
I'm sorry. I messed up. That's because I was raised to have humility. A person who has narcissistic personality disorder has no humility. It is the exact opposite of their personality. They cannot have humility because having humility is perceived as weak. And if you are a person that's all about a narcissist, Christianity ain't for you. Because guess what? We serve a God that in humility went to a tree, got nailed to it, and died. It's the most humiliating, humble thing that could happen to a person. Right? And we serve that God. So again, your audio don't match your video. You say you're a Christian and that you want to be humble and all that, but you will praise and worship, because that's what some of y'all are doing, a full-blown narcissist, which is tantamount to, I'm going to say it, they ain't going to like it, Antichrist.
Yes.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. You say it, but you don't mean it. You're full of it.
So, you know, in closing, we're here for all, as service members ourselves, former Navy men ourselves. You know, I think Captain Mark Kelly, I think he said something that I like what he said concerning the situation. Where is it? I'll pull it up right here because I think what he said is it's really good for what we're trying to do, for what we're trying to say. He said, when the Medal of Honor is awarded posthumously, it is often to Americans who have thrown themselves on grenades or brave enemy fire. Heroes have paid the ultimate price to save others. That's what they did.
And that's humility.
That's humility. I mean, because it's about saving others. And if I would say that's the antithesis to a narcissist. A narcissist is about saving themselves.
Fact.
That's in the simplest terms that I could put it. And what I would say, if having talked to family members of the Medal of Honor, they didn't do. You're not jumping on a grenade or facing bullets for Democrats or Republicans. You're not doing it for left or right. You're not doing it for any reason. It's because, number one, Marines said the best, I think. They said, we're not fighting for God or country. They said, we're fighting for each other. You're doing it because you want your fellow airman, sailor, infantryman to live. You're doing it because you want this democracy to grow on. You're doing it because you believe in the hope of the future. And I just say, God bless them. I have a line, and I believe that many Americans do. As much as I believe that many Americans do, and whether they open and silent on this issue, I believe that was visceral, and I believe most Americans in good conscience would say, "Oh, brother, I might not say a public line, but you're wrong."
Yeah, and
move on. Now, understand he's not going to apologize, but we here clearly say, you know what? Keep your mouth off our troops. Keep your mouth of our fellow brothers and sisters who's out there right now in harm's way. Not for Democrats or Republicans, not for red or blue, not for all this other stuff, because they want to protect the freedoms of this country to give and the life that they have and the future that that's what they are dying for. Nobody wakes up in the morning and say, hey, no, let me go jump on a grenade today. Yeah, it's an act of courage, it's an act of spontaneity, and it's an act that many of us can have no conception of. Yeah. And so we stand with them, support them, and we love them and appreciate them. And no words of anybody will ever lower rate them or discern in my eyes. Yeah. Nothing. So right. and to the families, we love you and we appreciate you and just thank you for your loved one's service. And we're sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize to you that you have to even hear any of this. Man at that level. Because it's going to be the reason because it's going to be worldwide. You can't hide from it. Say that. Nope. But, he's got to deal. He got to deal with his God and his own words. And God bless you.
Yep. So you agree with us? Disagree with us? Leave the comments. Let us know how you feel. Give us that like, that follow, 5-star review on Spotify or your podcast listening device of choice. We thank you for your time today, and God bless. Amen.
On the real, oh yeah, this on the real. On the real, oh yeah, this on the real. You know the deal, oh yeah, you know the deal. Just keep it real, just keep it real.